So today we're gonna find out what the kids think about their new baby brother. We're gonna have a very intense conversation together as we react to this footage that we have not seen yet.
How do you feel now that baby Uzi is here?
Good. So I can. When he's born, that's how I love him a lot. That's how I kiss him a lot.
Mm-hmm. So do you, does it feel different with baby Uzi here?
Yeah.
How does it feel different?
It doesn't feel different. Watching feels different because he cries sometimes. Can I open the door for Naya real quick?
For who?
Naya.
Oh yeah, go ahead.
Be real quick. Because he cries a lot.
Uh-huh.
Oh, she was asleep. So I feel like he wanted to say more, but he like found his way out. What did you pick up? Did you pick up anything just watching him?
He was hesitant to say that it does feel different. He tried to find like the superficial things, like he cries. I feel like him running off to get his sister is indicative of how he's kind of stepped up as like big brother.
So you think he has stepped up?
I feel like so. You don't feel like so?
I feel like I guess I don't know. You know?
Yeah, I don't know if he did.
Yeah, I guess I don't know, because I've literally been locked in this room for like at least a week. I feel like he knows he's the oldest, but at the same time, it's probably, hard for him that he doesn't know what to do now. So we haven't had that talk like, hey, like, now that the baby's here, we need you to do this. Have we? Have you?
I've kind of had the talk, but I honestly do feel like he kind of steps up when it's convenient for him, not necessarily when it requires a little bit of sacrifice from him.
Yeah.
But he does a good job.
Yeah. Our kids
for the most part, they're like good kids. I don't know.
But they have mouths on them.
Yes.
And I'm trying to like we have to nip it in the bud, because if Anaya has that same mouth, it's gonna be a problem. You know what I'm saying?
She kind of already does, but
no, not at all.
Okay. You really believe that? Not at all.
I mean, what does she do? Makes faces. She don't be saying real words.
Like you just have to open the door for Anaya and let her out, right?
Yeah.
Do you feel like now that you're the oldest brother, and now that there's one more kid in the family, that you kind of have to help out your mom and dad?
I don't help my mom and dad a lot, but I've been trying to tell my mom that I'm going to help her, because it seems more fun if I do something. Find something to do. Could you stop touching my feet? I feel like we don't go somewhere a lot. We do go somewhere a lot, but when we lived to the old house, we just didn't go somewhere. That felt different. And here, we didn't go somewhere. That felt like right now feel different. But I still had enjoyed all the fun. Okay, so I think when he grows up, Uzi grows up, he's gonna be stronger or faster, stronger and faster. Right? Did Dad say you could wake up? Okay, whatever. So. Different. Raya been punching me a lot, punching on the belly. We've been rough. That was different. Raya haven't been punching me.
Who is this kid?
Hard in so while. How is Raya getting stronger? How is he getting like? He has to stop punching me that hard. Because when I tell him to stop, when he hits me that hard, I'm gonna be starting to. On her face.
Oh my gosh, I hate it when he does that.
So if he hits me really hard, that's how I'm gonna do the rough things that he doesn't handle. You're not strong. Like when he hits me right now, when he's gonna hit me
Who
right now.
is this
I'm gonna
kid?
grab my neck, grab his neck.
What is he talking about?
Look, look who's gonna do it. Right now, he's gonna pull my feet. Pull my feet. Oh my gosh.
Oh my gosh.
Okay. Wow.
That one piece of hair. We gotta do his hair tomorrow.
You think you're strong, bud? I don't think you're gonna get headshot on you. You whole soul slapper.
What?
Ah, no.
Ashy behind self.
You want to see? Oh. See? He doesn't get the hand. Oh. He's giving up.
I feel like you're gonna say stuff that's gonna trigger me, so I'll go second.
Okay, well, the first thing that he said that I was like, he's like, I try to help mom because I think it'll be fun, or he said something, it gives him something to do. That's true. Like, he's always asking, can he help?
Yeah.
And I say no. Because it's faster if I do it. It's more efficient if I do it. And it'll get done correctly if I do it.
Mm-hmm.
But the other day I did let him try to make himself a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. But the other thing is Theo like will want to start something and then he doesn't want to finish it. He doesn't want to like see it all through.
Mm-hmm.
So it's very frustrating and annoying. What are you doing?
I was looking at the kids because I was looks like Ryan's naked.
But he has underwear on.
Yeah. Yeah. You know, and that's crazy because like, but when you include one of them, you have to include all of them. You know, so everybody. But I guess that's how you do it. You know.
And I feel like I'm running on borrowed time. Like whenever I do have a moment to do something, Uzi could wake up at any second and I have to nurse him. And then whatever I was trying to do doesn't get done.
Yeah, there has to be something we can do to make them feel like they're a part more, because it's like, you know, another thing he said was, in the old house, you know, we go somewhere, and in this house we don't go anywhere.
And that's because we don't have transportation.
Yeah.
And there's an additional person.
Yeah, and so I guess a lot of it's just having grace with ourselves.
I feel like they have a lot of grace with us as well.
Yeah, but also what's interesting is that I've heard him talk like that, but I've never heard him talk like that.
What do you mean?
Like he's speaking really freely and mature. Like he almost sounds like he's 10. You know what I'm saying? Like the way he's expressing himself, like makes me believe that he's very emotionally intelligent.
Oh yeah.
But,
He's people smart. You know how they have the 8 great smarts?
mhm.
He's people smart for sure.
But I also feel
That's
like
why he's always playing with our emotions and trying to manipulate us.
yeah, but I feel like also the way he deals with me is in a more immature way. So, because that's how he knows he can get my attention or something. I don't know, but I just feel like I'm getting played because he's like really, really, really intelligent. Like that was very well
Spoken.
And Dad said after we're done eating,
Alright, I have a question for you.
have ice cream.
You kept talking about how you wanted to go get ice cream, but like he just keeps going unless you interrupt them. So I'm like, wait, we're here for a
Yeah,
reason.
man.
We're here for a reason, man.
That's how it be.
Alright, I have a question for you.
But they
Hey Raya, I have a question. How does it feel, being an older brother again? How does it feel having baby Uzi in the family now?
good.
Yeah.
Mom and Dad said we could kiss Lucy.
Okay. So how does it feel different? Does it feel different at all now that baby Uzi is here? It doesn't?
No.
It's just fun.
Because Uzi been going somewhere with us at Lakeland.
What? Uzi been
And
going
we got
somewhere?
past.
Oh, me and the boys, me, Theo, and Raya, and Uzi went to get the passage, remember?
At Lego, and he's just bringing up random stuff.
He's bringing up random stuff.
Ugh.
Ah.
Fun.
fun. The desperation in Zach's voice is like, okay.
You want to know what's funny about Raya Bo is he does seem kind of like he will literally like Uzi will be somewhere and he's just like he just wants to kiss on him and like hold him and whatever. Well, since Uzi's been here, Raya has disappeared a lot. Like I've noticed that he now is all of a sudden like a loner, which I guess he's kind of always been a loner, but like he will go be in a corner somewhere and entertain himself. Like while the rest of us are literally in the same room, all engaged, laughing, having a good time. And Raya it's like, where's Raya?
Yeah, you go look for Raya. What are you doing? He comes out there. I was at Naya's room coloring. What?
What?
He goes into Naya's room and uses her desk and like colors. Like, what is that happening? But whatever.
Or he's playing with Legos or playing with action figures. Like he's had this whole.
But I feel like he's always been that way. I don't know if it's fair to say since the babies came.
Well, I guess since we've had more space, it's been easier for him to have his own space. Because usually he's like that, but in the room with us.
And I think that's cool.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, like that he knows that he needs that time away. And he's just like, you know what, I'm over y'all. And I just want to be by myself and play my own rules and my own game.
I feel like that's a middle child thing because I was like that.
Yeah, you were like that because no one liked you.
Excuse me? I don't have the energy to even
respond or shoot back.
I'm done.
Well.
All right, what did Naya have to say?
I got all three of them.
Look at her.
How would you guys describe your relationship with each other? Are you guys really good friends?
Sometimes we fight, but yeah. Like, sometimes we try to do a handstand. Yeah, we do handstand.
It's so random.
Uncle John used to know how to do it, but man. Hey, what happened to the TV? Just Starbucks. I do not want to.
I don't.
You don't want to what?
I just don't know why I love him so much.
Who? Uzi?
Yeah. He's so cute. And his face is so cute. His eyes. I'm just gonna hug him and get someone. He's like Raya. And
He's like Raya. What does that mean?
Nice. You see Naya's finger on the lens?
Sometimes I hug. Ryan, no! That's it, no! No, guess what you did? You just turned off the freaking TV.
Oh my gosh. Who talks like that?
Me.
I don't say frickin'.
I say frickin'. A lot. What are you?
Leave the TV alone.
Theo's always the one starting stuff.
He is.
You see how he's always touching them?
Yeah.
Not so fast. Pause it. It's not even paused. It is paused. No, it's not. I know how to turn it back on.
So you keep touching them.
I'm not sorry for you, man. That's not gonna give me a clap.
What?
How do you feel being a big sister?
Big.
You didn't stop her, Zach?
What?
Zach.
And so?
Zach, you're fired. What? You let her rip my plant?
I'm a cameraman, not a babysitter.
Oh my gosh, you could have stopped the murder that happened. My poor plant.
I'm glad they love their brother. And it's not like, man, ever since this baby came here, we can't do anything. You know? I feel like if we were still in the old house, it would be a whole different story.
You think so?
Yeah. Imagine.
I don't think so.
Really?
It literally would be the same situation. Like, they all three were in one room. Uzi would be in our room.
Where would I be?
In the garage.
Not in this heat.
Oh.
It would be different. It would be a little bit different. It would be super hot in their room. And they'd be irritated. Maybe it would be the same, similar, but
I don't think it would be drastically different.
I'm glad they love their brother. That's kind of like the thing. Is like they all love their brother. You know, they love hugging them and kissing them, but I just know because Theo was very similar to that with Uriah.
What do you mean?
When he was born, like
he would hug and kiss him
always, all the time. And Raya was always like boom, boom, always fighting, and you know, and it just was so much love between those two. And it's still like love now, but it's like it's brotherly love.
The funny thing is, I envisioned the family dynamics being such that like Uriah and Theo would be best buds, and then Anaya and Uzi would be best buds. But I actually feel like all four of them are gonna be really close. Like, I know there's a dynamics of siblings where some are closer to each other than others, but I feel like I could see them all. Like, Theo seems really enamored with Uzi, and Raya does too, and Anaya is just always there.
But he is a baby, so
He could grow up and be annoying.
oh, he will be.
Or he may not be. He might be super chill.
But who's the annoying? The annoying one is Theo. He's the one he's always touching that boy. He's touching his face and always like, yeah, I'll punch him and put him in the
Anaya might be the one annoying one though. She's always yelling people's names.
Yeah. Byron!
She's trying to claim toys that really aren't hers.
Yeah.
She's pushing them
But
out
she
of
is
the way.
2. That's a 2-year-old for you. What a terrible twos.
I don't
I didn't
think
even
she's
realize.
terrible.
Yeah,
I
me
think
neither.
she's lovely.
Me too. She's actually pretty grand. I would say she's very awesome.
I don't think she's terrible at all.
But it's something about Theo and Uriah's relationship that's very interesting. And I think Theo
What do you mean?
Well, I think Theo was trying to aggravate Uriah because the camera was on.
Yeah.
And so he was
Theo
like, I'm
likes
gonna
the
beat you
camera
up on
him.
camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. And so
He gets extra when the camera's on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, but that was just good.
I know people think that we might like tell our kids what to say or do or whatever,
Nothing.
but none of that happens here.
Only time that ever happened is when we were shooting those Patreon commercials a long time ago.
That was interesting.
Yeah, I think we learned a lot about our children's behaviors, especially when we're not around.
Did you feel like it was inconsistent?
No, I feel like it was richer. You know, like I feel like we only get, like they turn on certain behaviors when they're with us, and they know how to play us off each other, and then they play us alone. So when there's an outside source there, they can just be honest. You know what I mean? And I felt like that was a very rich conversation. Except for Uriah, he's kind of like pretty consistent.
He's still kind of, oblivious. Not oblivious.
Nah,
but
he's not oblivious. He just
he's actually very much so aware, but he doesn't necessarily know how to communicate his thoughts.
I feel like
spot.
I feel like he does. He just doesn't. He doesn't get bothered by much. He's like, I get it. I don't care. He's like, I don't care about that. It's a baby. I get to kiss and hug him. What's the big deal? You know what I'm saying? Like, why is it a big deal? Good for you. You work a job and you're crying because you missed the birth. Who cares? Like, he just doesn't want for much. Where Theo is kind of like, he's confrontational. He'll bring up old stuff. You know what I'm saying? He'll try to make you feel it in your soul, and Uriah's like forgiving, grace. Like, I feel like he's just chill. Uriah's cool. I wonder, like, we think that Uriah's gonna miss the cool gene, but
I don't think that.
Remember how he be like pulling up his pants and like digging out his wedgie and all day? But I think he might actually be like the dude who's just kind of like, yeah, man, so what? It's a girl. So what? You know what I mean? Like, so what? It's girls everywhere. Who cares? Theo's gonna be like, a girl. I love her. And you know what I'm saying? Your eyes gonna be like, oh man, you whipped. Like, that's what it's gonna be. You better get on these video games. I'm telling you, Madden.
Actually, Theo's the video gamer and Raya's the puzzles and building stuff. But yeah.
All right, that has been that, and see you guys next time.